I'd like to introduce Mark from England, who takes LDN for multiple sclerosis. Thank you for joining me, Mark.
No worries.
Could you tell me when you were diagnosed with MS?
I was diagnosed in 2006, May 2006.
How old were you then?
Well, let me think. I would have been about 26,
Okay.
25 actually.
And had you experienced any problems before your diagnosis?
Before my diagnosis, it was a slow progression of the condition because I was relapsing, remitting then, and it was just I was getting dizziness, weak legs, weak limbs, pins and needles. Mate, how long have you got? I can tell you a lot of things, but I would say that dizziness, weak legs, and fatigue were one of the main things.
Right. But didn't you tell me earlier that you experienced symptoms from the age of 17?
I did, yes. I mean, basically, my eyesight, you see, I forget things. From the age of 17, my eyesight was fluctuating in the proficiency, and my optician was the first person who sent me to the doctors, and then from the doctor, because I was getting fluctuating levels of my eyesight, proficiency of my eyesight, they sent me to the eye professionals, the ophthalmologist at the Whittington Hospital, and I most probably did the process of that about 4 times before I was then sent to Moorfields Eye Hospital, and then there was a diagnosis of demyelination, and that's when they started listening to me properly. So yeah, it was a process of going back and going forth. It was ridiculous because the GPs and doctors, they're not professionals at identifying this condition.
And how did that impact on your life?
It made my life hell, basically. I mean, I can remember going to university and going from the one faculty to another faculty, and it was ridiculous. How do I say? It was just absolutely. I remember sitting down, and it impacted on my life in a negative way. In fact, that I wanted to be normal, but I wasn't normal.
Yes,
I wasn't normal, and it was weird, making my life hell.
If you had to describe your quality of life before you started LDN on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what would it have been?
It would be 9/10. I've got a very severe condition.
Hang on a minute. No, it's the other way round. 10 is good.
Oh no, it would be 1 then, I would say. Yeah, because it was, like I say, wait, what does 1 equal?
Very bad.
Bad, yeah. And 10 is good, yeah. I would say bad, yeah. Really bad.
Okay. So how did you hear about LDN?
A friend of mine was taking it, but because the awareness of LDN isn't massive, and the doctors don't say, I would take LDN because it's not proven, you don't think of anything. You don't, what's the word? It doesn't come into play into your mind. You're not aware of it, so you're not bothered by it because the doctors don't recommend it.
So how did you manage to get a prescription?
Basically, it was my last chance. I've been on many different therapies, Tysabri, Copaxone, Tysabri, and my MS was really, really getting really bad. So I thought, I've tried everything I've had the liberation treatment a few times. I've been to Poland. I've had it 3 times, believe it or not. It was a long story. I've changed my diet. I've inclined my bed. I don't know if this rings any bells to people who are taking MS, but LDN, out of everything, it's proven it was basically my last option, and I tried it, and it halted my condition. And I've been for 3 months. Sorry.
Did you have to get a private prescription?
I went through I went through eMed, which is the online doctors on the internet, and they prescribe me, and then I get it from Glasgow.
Yeah. Did you notice any side effects when you started?
Any what, sorry?
Side effects.
I did notice it was just to do with number 2s down below, my bowels, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but would I do it again? Yes, of course I would. Yeah, no question. There were little, but like I say, it's because my condition is so different. I mean, I know that everybody's condition with MS is individual, but because I'm so sensitive and susceptible to problems with taking any medication, I received side effects, but I don't think the 99% of the population would experience it. So it was just unique,
Mm-hmm.
which was to my circumstances.
Yes. So how long did it take before you started to notice any benefits with LDN?
Couple of hours. That's how quick. I took, like, it says starting doses on the bottle is 1.5 milliliters, but I took 0.5 just to start introducing it to my body slowly, and within a couple of hours I started noticing a difference.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it? So,
oh my God, yeah, tell me
what
about
would you say LDN has done for you? Could you explain that to me?
Prior to taking LDN, my life was pretty tough, to be quite honest. I'm currently in a wheelchair. I have my food cut up for me. My fatigue levels are ridiculous. They were ridiculous. Life was really, really difficult. Since taking LDN, yeah, I'm not, what's the word? I mean, anybody who's got MS, the worst thing, I think they understand this, is one of the worst things is tomorrow. You cannot plan for the future because you do not know what's going to happen. Now, I can plan what I'm doing on Tuesday and next Tuesday because my condition, it seems to be halted. From taking LDN, low dose Naltrexone, what it's done. So I can plan now in the future. The impact it's had on my life, I mean, it cannot be explained in words. Words don't do it any justice. I mean, miracle comes to my mind. The only word that truly justifies it.
So, what would you be now on that scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
Well, I would say approaching 10. I mean, 9.5. I mean, possibly a 10 because I'm not experiencing the decline that I used to experience before. So yeah, it's absolutely significant.
Wow. Massive. Really good. So what would you say to other people who are thinking of trying LDN?
Take the drug, take the medicine now. Do not even. I mean, even if you've got normal health, it will not affect you because it boosts up the endorphin levels. It cannot harm you. Take the drug now. Don't do your research. Okay, do your research, but I would take it now. If it's worked for me, and it's worked for thousands of other people, I'm telling you. I mean, unless you're completely different, an individual with horns growing, it's going to work for you. I mean, because it doesn't. What's the word? It does not do anything to the disease. It does something to the human body. It helps your immune system function normally, and because our what do I call it? Endorphin levels are low. It just boosts it up. So those T cells aren't doing the damage that they usually do.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for your input, Mark.
Please, any time. No worries.